Okay, so at this point we've entered our raw data and we have a basic graph. This graph is all labeled up, it's scaled from 0, and the goal of this video is going to be to add error bars in the vertical and horizontal directions. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is add in a column. I'm going to call this column error bars on, in this example, length is my dependent variable. And keep the units there just to remind me that this will be an absolute uncertainty, not a percent or relative uncertainty. And likely you have already done these calculations on your piece of paper. A reminder that the error bars on your dependent variable are coming from the larger of the measurement uncertainty and your statistical uncertainty, which came from your trials. I'm going to make up some values here. Of course, you should use whatever values you would authentically have in your experiment. So this column is going to be the error bars in my vertical direction. I'm going to come over here to the graph. I'm going to click anywhere on that graph. When I click on that graph again, Chart Design tab comes up and I'll click on Chart Design. I'm going to come over here to Add Chart Element and say that I want to add some error bars, but I want more error bar options. When I click that, you'll see that little tiny error bars were created, but more importantly, this side menu has now popped up. And so right now we're working in the vertical error bar direction. It says so right here. So we're going to come down. Right now, our vertical error bars are at a fixed value of 1. That's just a default value that Excel threw in there. But really, we want some custom error bars, and we want to specify those values. Now, when I click Specify Values, this little pop-up box came up, and it's going to ask for the positive and negative. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight that column that we just added, and we do need to add that both for the positive direction and the negative direction. That's where the plus or minus comes in. I'm going to click OK. And as a result, just as a quick check, you can see that for my 200 data point, I had my largest error bar at 6, and that for my lowest and highest data points, I had my smallest error bars at 4. Just doing a quick spot check, my lowest and highest error bars do look a little bit smaller. My 200 error bar does look a little bigger. So I'm convinced that they have appropriately been applied. So at this point, we have our vertical error bars, and now we're going to transition to our horizontal error bars. Now, if you can see those error bars, those horizontal ones, and you click on them, it will bring up the same menu over here for horizontal, but as you can see, even zooming in, these are going to be really, really small. The default setting is just really, really small. I'm probably not going to be able to click on those error bars. So instead, click back on the graph, and that'll bring back our chart design and our format tabs. I'm going to go over to the format tab. And in this upper left-hand corner drop-down menu, I'm going to select the horizontal error bars. So series error bars for the X error bars right here. And now those are selected. I can come on over here. I'm looking at my side menu. And when I click on the little kind of bars, now it says horizontal error bars. Now right now the default is it's a fixed value of 1, and that's just something that Excel is going to apply. Now likely you have some sort of measurement uncertainty on your independent variable. Here in this example, my independent variable I'm saying is mass. Let's pretend that that measurement uncertainty for this example was plus or minus, I don't know, 5. I can change that fixed value right here. You could also apply a custom setting in which you would have to enter a column, just like we did before with our vertical error bars. But most of the time, your independent variable is just going to have a fixed measurement uncertainty, and so you can apply just like that. Clicking out of that, you can see that my horizontal error bars are now in place. I've accomplished my goal of having both vertical and horizontal error bars on each data point.